Hi everyone, it's Friday afternoon. Just come out of a BNI meeting, my old BNI meeting from when I was doing Marketing Doctor Days. It was lovely to see everyone, and I've also just finished a time management course, which was really interesting. So, as promised, Friday lunchtime, I'm doing my next book review, and the book is Instant Team Building by Brad Sugars. It's a book that comes up quite a bit in bird board meetings. We have, as you can imagine, women who are running businesses. Staffing issues are the biggest challenge to growing your business, and of course if you don't have the right staff in place, managing your people ends up being the biggest thing that you have to do. And without the right people in place, you can't grow your business, because of course you end up spreading yourself too thinly, trying to be all things to all people and just not getting very far, and crashing and burning. And believe me, I've been there and bought a t-shirt. So the staffing stuff is really important. So what I thought was, because this has come up a couple of times with board meetings this week, we'd do this one this week, which is Instant Team Building. So it's about recruiting, finding the right staff. And then next week we're going to do Dan Kennedy's No Bullshit, Ruthless Management for People and Profits. So this is about what you do with them when you've actually got them on board. So interesting stuff. So you should be interested in reading this book if you're struggling to recruit the right type of person, if staffing is a bit of an issue for you, you know that your picker is off when you're recruiting, etc, etc. And what Brad Sugars talks about right at the beginning is getting the staff you deserve, and that really resonated with me. So what I was doing, because I've got quite a creative head and I think in pictures rather than detail, is I was picking people because I liked them, thinking that I needed a mini-me, and actually I so did not need that. I don't need another me. I need somebody who's a detail person. My what does they call them? My Swiss Army knife. The person who picks up the pieces behind me, because I'm so busy driving the business forward that I'm not a detail person. So of course all those little bits and pieces at the back end need finishing off, and all the loose ends needs tying up at the back end. So I needed a completer finisher, and when I got really clear on that, then that really helped me define who I was looking for. So the first thing he talks about is writing a vision and a mission statement. And for people who think like me, you're just like, oh dear me, really? That's like going right back to the beginning. But actually, if you use it as a, just as a nice creative tool to really get down who you are and what you're attracting and why you're attracting them and the benefit to them, it really helps you define the type of people that you need on board to help you fulfill that. So once you've defined that, once you've defined the vision and the mission statement, you can then start writing the advert, and it really helps you write the copy. And of course you're not necessarily going to be putting an advert in a newspaper these days, but you're definitely going to be using some online tools, and perhaps even use a great recruiter to help you define the process. And then he also gives you a really great system for recruiting the people too, which is a really great process. It makes the most of your time. It helps you So let me just give you a little tip that I did when I was looking for my last member of staff. I put a job description on my website, and this person needed to be really keen, eye for detail. So what I did, right at the bottom of the post, I put, in your covering letter, write me and tell me why you're the best person for the job, and we need someone with a great eye for detail. So we had 140 people apply for the job, and if they didn't A, add a covering letter, and B, tell me 3 reasons why they were great for the job, they instantly didn't get a look in, because they didn't have the great eye for detail, because they'd not read the full job description. So that was an instant tip, you know, a tool for weeding through all those applications. So he talks through some really good recruitment processes, so that you get in the team that you really need, not the one that you think you might like. So what I'm going to do when I get back to the office is I'll put a link underneath to the book, and I'll see you next Friday. Have a fabulous weekend, and see you soon. Thanks.